Martin Keown, good morning.
Good morning, Jim. Simon has just come in last minute, so we're all a little bit wondering what mood is Simon going to be in today.
What mood are you in
He's got
today?
a smile on his face. Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord you're
He's
here.
probably an secret Arsenal fan underneath all
There
that.
we are, yes.
There you go.
Having sold you a player at a fraction of his worth.
Oh,
Who was that?
Is he?
Is it? Oh,
Is
yes.
he? Absolutely.
Yes.
Palace.
Eberici Eze, boy, did he play well yesterday?
Certainly did.
It's the A team this morning. Martin alongside Simon. Martin, Arsenal, quite rightly take centre stage this morning. Arsenal hammer Spurs 4-1 to go 6 clear of Chelsea in second. Manchester City 7 points back. Liverpool, can you believe it, 11 points adrift. No wonder Arteta thrilled post-match.
Well, a great day. I enjoy every minute of it, from the preparation. Since the moment that the players come back from international duty, I sense a feeling that they wanted to be together again, that they were ready for a fight, they were ready for a big week, and the preparation was top. Then you have to deliver it, obviously, with the energy that our people brought to the stadium. It made a huge difference. I think individually the players were exceptional from the minute one. We were super dominant in almost every phase of the play. So, yeah, a day to remember. You don't win a derby 4-1 every time. And hopefully we made a lot of Arsenal supporters very proud and happy.
And quite rightly, he did. Martin, where do you start? Who do you want to talk about? Eze, brilliant. It could have been a Tottenham player. He's an Arsenal player. Trossard, wonderful. Does Odegaard get back in? Where do you want to start?
well, look, Trossard, interesting. And a lot of people would have said maybe he wasn't going to make it into the Arsenal best 11, but 21 goal contributions in a calendar year is the best in the country, alongside Fernandes. I think Fernandes might be the only one better. He was magnificent yesterday. It doesn't matter that Arsenal don't have a centre forward. Marino actually creates that pass for Trossard to score the first goal. I thought Arsenal were quite magnificent. Declan Rice in midfield he set the law down, shall we say, in midfield. Really solid. A Brian Robson-like performance, shall I say?
Oh.
Everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And then of course Eze came into the fore, and if you pay the big bucks, Jim, you get quality. The guy is absolute class, and to get a hat trick, an awful lot of players been down this road, many games, many derby games, not managed to accomplish a hat trick.
First hat trick from an Arsenal player against Tottenham since 1978, and it was Alan Sunderland.
Alan Sunderland. I actually played with Alan. It was a very good Arsenal player in a period when Arsenal were winning FA Cups, maybe not any league titles, and this is what they're aiming for now, Jim. It's just nothing. No stone is left unturned until they can try and become champions. So you go from game to game, but that was an emphatic victory from Arsenal.
This was a moment, was it not, Simon? This is a landmark performance from Eze in an Arsenal shirt. Sliding doors moment. What if Arsenal hadn't come back in to hijack Tottenham's move in the summer?
Oh, he's a great player. You're preaching to the choir. He's a Palace. Palace saw the vision and took the plunge 2, 3, 4 years ago when Dougie Freedman took him out of Queen's Park Rangers. He's been a revelation at Palace. And he's gone on to be a revelation at Arsenal so far. We have to factor in the fact that there was a very lacklustre and poor Tottenham Hotspur side. But it's difficult to see at this moment in time where the challenge comes for Arsenal. There is a possibility that Arsenal could run away with this Premier League. I'm not forecasting that to be the case, but it's difficult to see. The challenge is evidently not coming from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Manchester City, whilst peaking at times, are still susceptible to losing games, as we saw on the weekend. The league can change very quickly. It was about 4 weeks ago where everyone was going, what the hell's happened to Aston Villa? They can't score goals. They can't win a game. Now look at Aston Villa. And so it can change, but it looks like it's very difficult to forecast where this challenge comes from. And it certainly doesn't come from Tottenham, not based upon those performances, not based upon their outlook, not based upon the focus of their players and the commitment of, I hate this expected goal nonsense, but notwithstanding it gets factored into the conversation. If you're getting expected goal outcomes from a side, one last week when they were playing, or 2 weeks ago before they went to the international break, when they were playing at home, it didn't look like a score in a week. It wasn't much better yesterday either. Something there for Thomas Frank to work on, but it's got to be also, people have got to stop it with these managers. They've got to be given a little bit of breathing space. They've got to be given a little bit of latitude to be able to build a team in their image.
Yeah.
Whilst I accept that the idea that managers have to price it into their thinking they've got to hit the ground running, there's got to be a little bit of reality about how a team changes under a new manager.
Where's the challenge come from, Martin? Chelsea. It's Chelsea-Arsenal next Sunday.
Yeah, A great opportunity for Chelsea. You know, we mustn't underestimate them. If we look really with a microscope at their squad, have they got enough experience? I had a look at that yesterday. 24 years of age is sort of almost the oldest player. You know, there's one or two sprinklings of players that are a bit older. And they've come up on the shoulder of Arsenal. They have to be respected. They're the World Club champions. So that's something to admire about this manager.
So are they the worry? I mean, from winning an Arsenal hat this morning, who concerns you? Who's going to be
the next opponent? And it's Chelsea. Well, it's actually Bayern Munich. Well, what we've got forward to look to is actually the two best teams in Europe, actually, Jim. And that's testament to Arsenal, really. Against Bayern, both teams 6 points clear in their domestic tables.
But you know what I'm going to do here? Is it going to take something remarkable for Arsenal not to be lifting the Premier League title come May?
I don't think we should be worrying about that. Well, you climb this mountain to try and get to the peak and to get to win this thing. You go from game to game, and I think that was a real message from Arsenal. I think, Ødegaard not being available, and you bring this guy Eze in. I think it was a massive blow to Spurs that Eze didn't go there. I look at Thomas Frank and think, okay, this is a manager that's lacking a little bit of identity in terms of the way that he wants to play.
But in Arsenal, does Ødegaard get back in?
Not at the moment, no. But that's a nice problem for the manager to have because they're going to need him. There's no doubt about that. You're going to need Ødegaard, Gyökeres as well. These players have to come back. Havertz, Jesus.
Yeah.
They're still without these players, but because the squad, Jim, is so strong, it doesn't seem to be a problem right now.
Fascinating to see how Eze forces himself into the framework of the England side and starts to present conundrums for Thomas Tuchel because he has a sort of feel of Peter Beardsley about him. He could do that role that Peter Beardsley did for England because he's a top quality footballer, Eze.
Yeah.
Two-footed, you watch it, you think that's what a footballer looks like.
He's very graceful, powerful, and his mentality. Yeah. In front of goal, it seems effortless.
Composed.
He's not
could have
overly,
had 5 yesterday.
Yeah, he's not overly trying. This is a natural. He's now in his natural position, and he's playing for the football club, Jim. That you look back at it, and he was shown the door a little bit as a kid. It hurt him, but it didn't. He seems to be a better man for it, and he's come back and he's appreciating every time he steps onto that pitch.
Yeah.
He plays as if it's his last game for Arsenal. Everyone.
We're trying to get a gallon in a pint pot this morning. In other words, we have so much to get through between now and 1 o'clock. We'll take some Arsenal calls further down the line. But the question I put to Martin, and he didn't dodge it, but didn't really answer it. Is it going to take something remarkable for Arsenal not to be lifting the Premier League title come May? Something remarkable that you haven't yet foreseen? Or is the title yours? Where is the challenge going to come from? Do you worry about Chelsea next Sunday? Have you any need to worry about them? Give us a call, 03717 223344. We want to hear from you.